When we select annuals, we have to keep in mind what we're trying to accomplish. We still can buy them for reasonable prices in 6-packs and 12-packs. Marigolds are usually the earliest, right after the pansies. However, some people don't consider pansies as annuals because they're seeded in the fall. They truly are biennial. But petunias usually come in a little later, and petunias are often used in hang baskets. And of course, container gardening is so big now. People are buying 4-inch plants rather than by the dozen. See some beautiful orange and purple here that would make a beautiful combination in a container or in a hanging pot or in a box. Here we see some fuchsias in hangers, not quite open. The wave petunia, I remember when this was being tested up in Waltham, Massachusetts, and I remember not being able to see too many leaves for the flowers. And the first one was the blue wave, and then they came out with other colors, of course, and makes for a beautiful hanging pot. If you want to use the petunias in a hanging pot, I would use the blue wave. I highly recommend it. Sweet alyssum, of course, is a good bedding plant, and we usually buy those in 6-packs. We could also buy them in 4-inch, that is. Here you see osteopernum, and you usually buy osteopernum in 4-inch peat pots or plastic pots, of course. And they make for good combinations. Now, you can make harmonious colors, of course, or you can use contrasting colors in your containers, both the ground containers and the hanging pots. Here we see some dahlias. The dahlias, of course, are not the same as the giant dahlias, which get about 6 or 8 feet, but they're good candidates as well for containers. Also in combination with other bedding plants, like the petunias, for instance. Here we see Bacapa, and by the way, most of these, with the exception of the pansy and the lamium, are all sun-loving annuals. Now, the pansies, of course, you can put in the shade, and they'll last a lot longer, but you need to take off the dead flowers on your pansies if you want them to continue to bloom. And in cooler areas, they will do that, but they don't thrive in the heat. And of course, when you buy them, make sure you're buying the ever-blooming. And of course, get good-sized flowers to begin with. Then you'll know, even though they'll dissipate to smaller flowers come July, you're starting with a good plant. Now, pansies also come in straight colors. So you could mix and match, you could have contrasting, you could have harmonious colors. Great plants for any combination that you want to use. The window boxes, of course, Calabracia is still good. Petunias is still a very good one. Something that hangs over the front of the box is an ideal plant. Some people use vinca in addition, just as a background in their flower boxes. Argyratum is another plant. The blue flower we see here is a good plant for combinations, good plant for harmonious plantings with whites and blues and silvers. That makes a great combination. And of course, the hanging pots themselves, you can buy them, but you can put them up yourself, get 4-inch pots. I wouldn't start with seedlings, but if you've got the time, you could start them indoors with little small seedlings, but I would put them up as 4-inch pots if we're going to use them right away.